Today, we're diving deep into the fiery heart of Westeros, exploring the intricate tapestry of the Targaryen dynasty, examining House of the Dragon and its fascinating connections to the epic saga of Game of Thrones, uncovering hidden secrets that foreshadow everything we thought we knew. The Dance of the Dragons, a brutal civil war that tears the Targaryen family apart, isn't just a historical footnote, it's a blueprint for the conflicts we see later in Game of Thrones, with the seeds of distrust, ambition, and the destructive power of dragons echoing later conflicts. Hello everyone, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any new updates on your favorite TV series. The very power struggles that would consume the Seven Kingdoms, the battle for the Iron Throne, the obsession with power and the cost of innocent blood, it all began here. Think about it, the Greens and the Blacks, Rhaenyra and Alicent, their rivalry mirrors the Starks and Lannisters, the fight for power becoming an obsession, and the cost of that obsession being the blood of innocents. The fight for power is a constant, and the Targaryens wrote the first chapter. Then, there are the prophecies. Aegon the Conqueror's dream, the vision of the Long Night, is a crucial link, a thread that runs through both series, not just a plot device, but a connection between the Targaryen past and the events of Game of Thrones. Daenerys, with her own visions and destiny, is a descendant of this prophetic lineage, bearing the weight of her ancestors' dreams, the burden of saving the realm. Dragons, symbols of immense power and destruction, reshape the political landscape in both series, extensions of the Targaryen will, their power, and their potential for creation and destruction. The dragons are the wild card, and they can change everything. Then there's the madness, the dark side of the Targaryen bloodline, from Viserys' declining health, the seeds of instability, to the Mad King and Daenerys' descent, a recurring theme, a legacy of power's corrupting influence. The Small Council, a constant source of intrigue and betrayal, mirrors the power plays of later schemes, the machinations of Otto Hightower foreshadowing Littlefinger and Varys. The Targaryen secrets, the foreshadowing, the intricate web of connections, are a testament to George R.R. Martin's rich world, where past and present are intertwined, their legacy shaping the destiny of Westeros. The battles for power, the clash of families, and the ever-present threat of the Long Night, all are laid out within the Targaryen family history. We see the seeds of the great houses, the scheming, the manipulation, the constant fight for the Iron Throne. We see the power of the dragons, and how they can shape the world around them. We see how the madness of the Targaryens can lead to the destruction of the world. And we see how the prophecies that are spoken of in the past will affect the future of the Seven Kingdoms. In the sprawling tapestry of Westeros' history, the Dance of the Dragon stands as a searing testament to the Targaryen dynasty's inherent capacity for both breathtaking grandeur and self-destructive tendencies, a cataclysmic war that ripped apart the very fabric of their rule and etched deep, indelible scars upon the realm for generations to come. The initial seeds of this devastating conflict were painstakingly sown during the reign of Viserys I, a king whose well-intentioned but ultimately disastrous attempts to secure his daughter Rhaenyra as his heir, flying in the face of the long-established traditions of male preference succession, ignited a simmering powder keg of unchecked ambition and bitter resentment, especially with the subsequent birth of his sons by the calculating Alicent Hightower. When Viserys finally succumbed to the relentless march of time and illness, the Greens, a faction led by the cunning Alicent and her equally manipulative father Otto, moved with ruthless efficiency, swiftly usurping Rhaenyra's rightful claim, and instead crowning Aegon, thus plunging the realm into a maelstrom of chaos and bloodshed. The dragons, those awe-inspiring yet terrifying symbols of the Targaryens' absolute power and destructive potential, were unleashed upon the unsuspecting landscape of Westeros, their fiery battles reshaping the very contours of the land and decimating once proud cities, serving as a chilling reminder of the Targaryens' dual capacity for both breathtaking creation and utter annihilation. Amidst the deafening roar of dragonfire and the thunderous clash of scaled behemoths, the human cost of this war proved to be utterly immense, with betrayals and assassinations fracturing the once unified Targaryen house, transforming it into a viper's nest of treachery and vengeance. The emotional toll on both Rhaenyra and Alicent, two women who were initially friends, was profoundly devastating, as they were forced to watch their beloved children perish in the brutal struggle for the Iron Throne, stripping away their innocence and leaving behind a bitter, acrid residue of grief and unquenchable resentment. The war's aftermath left the once mighty Targaryen dynasty significantly weakened, its power and influence diminished, and the realm itself was left scarred by the deep, festering wounds of bitterness and resentment, a cautionary tale etched into the collective memory of Westeros, a grim reminder that even the most powerful of houses can be brought low by internal strife. The Dance of the Dragons, however, was not merely a tragic historical event confined to the dusty pages of Westerosi chronicles. It was a chilling foreshadowing of the conflicts yet to come, its enduring themes of contested succession, unchecked ambition, and the terrifying destructive power of dragons resonating throughout the events of Game of Thrones, shaping the very destiny of Westeros and serving as a stark, unforgettable reminder of the enduring legacy of conflict and the ever-present threat of internal strife within even the most powerful of families. When Aegon the Conqueror came to Westeros, why did he not attempt to conquer what lay beyond the wall? Aegon the Conqueror focused his efforts on unifying the 7 kingdoms of Westeros rather than venturing beyond the wall for several reasons. Geographic and strategic challenges: the lands beyond the wall were harsh, inhospitable, and sparsely populated. The extreme cold and difficult terrain made it less attractive for conquest compared to the more fertile and populated regions of Westeros. Political priorities: Aegon's primary goal was to unite the warring kingdoms of Westeros under his rule. He aimed to secure his hold on the Iron Throne and stabilize the realm, which required significant military and political resources. Conquering the north and the wall regions was already a significant challenge. When Aegon the Conqueror came to Westeros, why did he not attempt to conquer what lay beyond the wall? There's nothing north of the wall that he could want. The climate is terrible, the people aren't civilized, and there are no cities or castles or natural resources. There's no real gain from conquering it, and it isn't part of the 7 kingdoms. The 7 kingdoms end at the wall. People used 7 kingdoms and Westeros interchangeably, including, me, but they aren't. Westeros is the name of the entire continent. That's a practical reason. A more conspiracy-minded explanation is that Aegon knew wards lived in more numbers north of the wall and didn't want to take any risks that one or more might successfully warg his dragons. Aegon also landed well to the south of Westeros and never did any military campaigning in the north, where First Men blood is more abundant and there would also be more wargs. This would tie into the equally conspiracy-minded theory that the Hardhome disaster was a failed Valyrian invasion/expedition/recon mission. If this is what happened, Aegon as a Targaryen could have been aware of it, and as such would know he'd need to steer clear of the northern part of Westeros. There's nothing ironclad about this, of course, but it's as good an explanation as any.